In the 14th century, when kings measured power in armies and land, one man redefined wealth itself. A man so rich that when he traveled, entire economies collapsed behind him. A ruler whose name echoed from West Africa to the courts of the Middle East, and whose legacy still shapes the world today. This is the story of Mansa Musa, the richest man who ever lived. To understand Mansa Musa, you must first understand the world he inherited. Long before his name echoed across continents, West Africa was already thriving. At the heart of it was the powerful Mali Empire, a land blessed with something the rest of the world desperately needed: gold. Not small amounts, not rare deposits, but vast, unimaginable reserves. Gold flowed through Mali like water, and across the scorching Sahara Desert, caravans carried that gold northward. In exchange, they brought salt, a resource so valuable it was traded ounce for ounce with gold. Cities rose from this trade: Timbuktu, Gao. These were not just cities. They were hubs of wealth, culture, and knowledge. While much of the world saw Africa as unknown, it was already one of the richest regions on Earth. And then, everything changed. Mansa Musa was not born into legend. He became it. His rise to power is one of history's most unusual stories. The throne originally belonged to Abu Bakr II, a ruler driven by curiosity and obsession. He wanted to know what lay beyond the Atlantic Ocean. So he did something unthinkable. He gave up his throne and sailed west with a massive fleet. Ships filled with men, supplies, and ambition, disappearing into the unknown. He never returned. And just like that, power fell into the hands of Musa, a man few expected, but one history would never forget. Musa didn't just rule Mali. He transformed it. Under his leadership, the empire expanded rapidly, stretching across vast regions of West Africa. He controlled trade routes, resources, and most importantly, gold. Historians believe Mansa Musa controlled nearly half of the world's gold supply. Think about that. Half. Every coin minted in distant lands, every piece of jewelry worn by royalty, every treasury filled in foreign kingdoms, all of it depended, in some way, on the gold of Mali. And Musa controlled it. In 1324, Mansa Musa made a decision that would echo through history. He would perform the sacred pilgrimage to Mecca. But Musa did nothing halfway. This was not a journey. It was a spectacle. A moving empire. Tens of thousands traveled with him. Soldiers, servants, officials, and hundreds of camels, each carrying gold. Not small bags, but heavy loads of pure wealth. As they crossed the desert, people watched in disbelief. They had never seen anything like it, and they never would again. When Musa arrived in Cairo, he didn't just visit. He changed everything. Out of generosity, or perhaps to display his power, he gave away gold. Freely. To the poor. To merchants. To anyone who asked. Gold flooded the city. At first, people rejoiced. But then, something unexpected happened. Gold lost its value. Prices soared. The economy destabilized. Historians estimate it took over a decade for Cairo to recover. Imagine that. One man accidentally disrupting an entire economy. News of Musa spread like wildfire. Across Africa, into the Middle East, and all the way to Europe. For many Europeans, this was their first real glimpse of Africa's wealth. On the famous Catalan Atlas, Musa was holding a massive gold nugget, a symbol of unimaginable riches. He became a legend, a myth, a dream, and for some, a target. But Mansa Musa's greatest legacy was not gold. It was knowledge. He transformed Timbuktu into a global center of learning. At its heart stood the Sankore University. Students traveled from distant lands. Scholars gathered to study mathematics, astronomy, law, philosophy. Libraries filled with manuscripts. Ideas flowed like rivers. At a time when much of the world struggled with ignorance, Timbuktu thrived with intellect. Musa invested heavily in infrastructure. He built mosques, schools, cities, and he brought in brilliant minds, including the architect Abu Ishaq al-Sahili. Together, they reshaped the empire, stone by stone, idea by idea. In 1337, Mansa Musa died, and with him, something powerful faded. His successors struggled. The empire weakened. Trade routes shifted. And slowly, the Mali Empire declined. Today, Mansa Musa remains unmatched. His wealth, estimated in today's terms, would surpass modern billionaires. Even figures like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos would pale in comparison. But Musa's true power was not his gold. It was his vision. Mansa Musa's story is more than history. It is a reminder that greatness has no single origin. That power can come from unexpected places. And that true wealth is not just what you have, but what you build. A king once walked the earth with enough gold to change the world. And he did.